Alright, you guys are gonna have to bear with me for a moment, because I'm gonna have to do some singing, and my singing voice ain't the fucking prettiest, so just get through it, and then we'll talk, okay? Okay. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you'll go down in history. Fuck that shit. I mean, look, the other reindeer fucking shit on Rudolph his whole goddamn life. They laughed at him, they called him names, they wouldn't let him play in all the reindeer games, but then as soon as Christmas is in trouble, Rudolph is just like, oh, Rudolph, help us. Rudolph should have pulled a fucking Rorschach and been like, they asked me to save Christmas. I look down and whisper, no. And it's kind of fucked up that Santa Claus can police all the children of the world. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. So he can police all of the fucking human children, but when it comes to his own fucking reindeer, the motherfucker is just hands-off approach until he needs one. You know, like, hey Santa, all the other reindeer are picking on the one with the big glowing red nose, and Santa's just like, who cares? Fuck that reindeer, he's a freak. But then, you know, as soon as there's a foggy night, Santa's like, hey, I got an idea. What if we strap that one with the big shiny-ass nose right in the front? That'll cut through that fog. I mean, also, have you seen, like, the fog lights on a car? I mean, it takes a light that powerful to really cut through some fog, and even then it doesn't work that well. So how fucking bright is Rudolph's nose? Like, if it's bright enough to cut through fog, then I guess I can kind of understand the other reindeer's position, because it would kind of hurt just to be around him, you know? Like, Rudolph just looks at you like, oh shit, Jesus fucking Christ, my eyes! I'm gonna be seeing red circles for 2 weeks! I fucking understand Rudolph's ostracization, because I was picked on in school as a kid too. And you know, this is all part of their big fucking message that you just gotta be yourself. I must have heard that 1 billion times when I was in school. You just gotta be yourself. You just gotta be yourself. And then the second you try to be yourself, they're like, what are you doing? Like, oh, I'm just being myself. No! What are you doing? You must obey our directives at all times. And I mean, you kind of see this Rudolph story crop up all the time in fiction. It's like, oh, well, this character or these characters are freaks, and they're weird, and they got all these, you know, there's something that sets them apart from everybody else. But then it turns out that the thing that makes them a freak is actually useful to society, and then society lovingly embraces them like, oh, you're okay now. So, I mean, the message is basically that you can be unique and you can stand out as long as you're useful to society. As long as you know, fit into our objective, our goal, whatever direction we feel society is or should be going, then you're okay. Then you're all right. And I rarely see anything out there with the message that you should accept other people even if they're different from you just based on empathy, just based on understanding their position in some way. You don't ever see that. It's always just, oh, look, he's useful. She's useful. Look at it. You know, we found some little place where we could stuff them that they could actually, you know, be useful to us. I guess I've never liked that song because I've always realized that it tethers a person's sense of self-worth to how others perceive them. Rudolph feels like shit because the other reindeer laugh and call him names, and treat him like shit and won't let him fucking contribute anything, and they don't want to associate with him, and they just think he's a freak, and they think he should just go off in isolation and fucking die. And that's how he should feel, because that's how society makes him feel. But then, when they find a use for him, it's like, hey, Rudolph, you're not so bad after all. Come into the fold, buddy. You'll go down in history as one of the greats. And then he's like, yeah, this is awesome. I mean, my whole mentality is like, fuck you. Fuck you. You treat me like shit. You act like I'm just some fucking asshole because my nose is fucking different than yours. And now, all of a sudden, when you're fucking patting me on the back, I'm supposed to get all fucking happy, get a little fucking acceptance boner, and be like, yay, they like me now. My reaction would be like, fuck you guys. I'll lead the fucking sleigh, but only so those children can get their fucking presents. As far as you motherfuckers are concerned, fuck you. If you enjoy my videos, you will probably also enjoy my book, The Douchebag Bible, on sale now. You can get personalized editions for $10 off. You can get digital downloads for $5 off all through the month of December. We make no guarantees that these will arrive by Christmas, however, so don't, buy it with that expectation. If you like this video, comment on this video. It's very important that you comment on this video, favorite this video, like this video, share this video with your friends, your neighbors, your family, your enemies, every single fucking human being on the planet, because if this video doesn't have 7 billion views, then I'm not satisfied.